The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Hek'ma Harrison, and Newy Scruggs.
Hey, Players Lounge time on Election Day, on NFL Trade Deadline Day. Welcome into the SWBC podcast studios here at the Star in Frisco, world headquarters for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yes.
Hek'ma Harrison is in the house. Barry Church is in the house.
What's
I
up?
am Newy Scruggs. And Jerry Jones and the Cowboys made a trade today.
Yes,
They
we
are
did.
Sending a 2025 fourth-round draft pick to the Carolinas for a wide receiver named Jonathan Mingo, who they drafted in the second round a couple years ago. He has 12 catches for 121 yards, no touchdowns this year.
Wait, hold on. Wait, 12 catches?
12 for the year.
For the year.
Yeah. He has 539 in his career. Never scored in the NFL.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
Take me back a little bit. When did this man get into the league?
Last year, 23.
23.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had a second round pick.
Second round pick. 12 catches
Yep.
for the season. 9 games deep
Yeah.
On a bad team.
on a bad team.
Yeah.
Not the number one receiver on the bad team either.
He might have been, the third? Because you had Thielen, you had Deontay Johnson. Man,
He might have been the fourth.
and he said a fourth rounder?
Could have been a fifth. Who knows?
Yeah.
Was it a fourth rounder for this man?
Yeah. Jonathan Mingo. From Ole Miss.
Rounder, man.
Yes. From Mississippi. Yes. Jonathan Mingo. He is a Dallas Cowboy. Barry Church, welcome him with open arms. Come on now.
And look, I can see maybe,
welcome.
this is for, like we were talking yesterday, maybe this is for 25, seeing if you can get a guy that can come in here and maybe play second fiddle to CD Lamb next year. Maybe. I get all that. I understand that part of it. But the part that confuses me is the fourth round. I mean, they let their number one guy go, Deontay Johnson, I believe, who was their number one receiver, was doing this thing in Carolina. They let him go to Baltimore for what, like a 6, I think?
For less.
Yeah, for less.
And then you gonna trade for the fifth receiving option
The plot thickens. You can keep going.
for a fourth round pick.
You can keep going. It was other trades made before that. Don't stop there.
And we've seen like these fourth rounders, these second day guys can come in and they can be a big part of your team going forward. This is not like it's a seventh round or undrafted. This is a fourth round pick.
Yeah.
That you can use in other places. And this is a guy that I could see if the production was there. I could see if the 12 catches?
12.
12 catches, a fourth rounder?
Yes.
Man, this is mind blowing. Y'all tell me, because this is mind blowing to me.
The more you say it, the madder you're gonna get.
Like 12 catches?
Right. I mean, and really, I think when you look around the league at the other moves that are being made, you see some other teams, obviously, with some other discrepancies, some other deficiencies on their roster, and they're going out there, man, and they're getting more for less. I mean, getting more for less, and if you're going to give up a fourth, you're going to give up a third, it's going to be for a commodity that already has the production to go with it. Look, I don't think that yesterday when we left here, nobody was expecting there to be any splash trades. Did you not? I mean, obviously, it's what you give up that you're probably upset about, but you obviously didn't expect the splash to happen today.
I'm looking up to see what the Steelers traded for Mike Williams. A proven receiver commodity. Injuries.
I don't want you to make yourself mad. I think it was a fifth.
Oh,
I don't want you to make yourself mad.
Amari Cooper was traded from Dallas to Cleveland for a 5.
this is wow, man. Wow.
Unless you feel like, obviously, with some other deals that you have going today that you'll be able to recoup that for.
Is this the receiver that, Mr. Jones was saying, man, we liked him in the draft.
That's the guy.
This is the guy. Bingo. LSU cat, right?
Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Oh, Ole Miss.
Not LSU, no, not LSU. Not somebody who is coming out that tree. No,
not that tree.
Not that tree. No. A fourth round pick. It's not like the Cowboys haven't found some decent players in the fourth round. Their second fourth rounder that they used one time on Dak Prescott worked out. Tony Pollard was a fourth round pick. Shard Choice was a fourth round pick.
Yeah.
Marion Barber the third.
Fourth rounder.
Fourth round pick.
These are guys that
Brady James, fourth round pick. I mean, I'm just saying, fourth rounders could be pretty decent here. Dalton Schultz, former tight end, fourth round pick. Just going back here, looking back at some other notable fourth round picks that the Cowboys have had during the years. Brothers, it's Hek'ma. Yeah, take over.
Well, I mean, man, here we go with look. Jonathan Mingo, because he's a Cowboy now.
He's here.
He's here now. All right. So we got to deal with the president on what we have to deal with. In that wide receiver room, you already knew Jalen Brooks, Jalen Tolbert. You had to get some help in there. You obviously would have wanted to get some help at the running back position because you feel like their room hadn't been figured out yet either. I'm still on the defensive tackle train. I'm still there. I'm still on the train of expiring contracts. There's so many other things that I thought would have happened in lieu of the way that the season is going right now. I have a.
And look, and when you look at it next year, these cap hits are only going to get bigger and bigger. So
right,
you would think that you need as many early draft picks that you can muster because you got to hit on this draft next year. You got to be able to hit on these draft picks next year. These draft picks have got to be able to come in here, and I don't know if I'm going to say day one starters, but they got to be able to contribute.
Like Nick Eaton says, off the bus.
Off the bus, you got to be ready, cleats tied up, ready to roll.
Off the bus.
Man,
brother.
It's people are social media people. Now I check in with people down in Carolina, man. I check in with them like, yo, what's up? They're like, well, great job by the Panthers.
Appreciate it.
They're saying the Panthers fleeced the Cowboys.
That's what it looks like.
The Panthers. David Tepper sat down with Jerry Jones. Got it. Gotcha.
But you saw the tape, though. That's what
you saw that play. Right?
I seen it. The man jumps back, man. For those that didn't see the clip Newy just showed me, the man, it's going around.
I put it out there on Twitter. I put it out there on Twitter.
Man.
Yeah, man.
And you've seen this. As a department, you've seen this. What makes you... We can go. We can make them.
There are a lot of. I mean,
Debo Samuel. What?
There have been a lot of questionable draft picks. Questionable trade. There are a lot of things that was out there prior to this deadline that you've seen other teams. I mean, look, if you're looking at the game last night, you're watching Kansas City and you're watching what they have in D-Hop, you're saying like, man, it's an embarrassment for them to be able to get that much better with the receiver. How deadly are they in the red zone? He was sitting out there. I mean, obviously, if some of those other moves didn't do it for you. But having somebody that's proven, having somebody that is going to be a threat or at least can get it done. And what have we been talking about? Red zone, how weak and deficient we've been in the red zone. Having another threat in the red zone besides CeeDee Lamb, I think it bodes well for this team.
The player versus the pick.
That's crazy.
Is what has so many people upset from the standpoint. Whoever takes this, it's going to be Carolina. In 2025, they take this pick. They will draft someone who has 4 years of control. You've now traded for a player who's got 2 years left. And let's just say, because the possibility is here, because it came from up top, they have a new coach next year because Mike McCarthy and staff are up. Who's to say they want this player? Somebody could come in. Guy doesn't fit my system. Doesn't work for me.
There goes your fourth.
For a team that is wanting to sign Micah Parsons, which will not be cheap, you would seemingly want to take draft picks who have longer contracts and lesser value, make it work. Or I dare say this, that fourth round pick, let's say you're drafting in the top 15, could be pretty valuable. You could take that fourth round pick, you could trade it down. You could do a lot with a 4.
Yeah.
You could do a lot with a 4, especially if you're drafting in the upper half of the round. I feel like that pick had more value than the player they're getting back. My opinion. I'm not going to tell you I watched film of this guy, studied him, tell you anything I know. I'm just going by what in terms of value, and now we're looking around the league and we're seeing what players are going for, and nobody's out here giving up a good player for a 4. But the Cowboys, good player, this gentleman's not even a good player yet by NFL standards. 2 years, what is he showing you?
He couldn't crack the lineup in Carolina.
Right.
Bruh.
On a bad
in
team.
Carolina, you can't. Who the number one receiver in Carolina was Adam Thielen.
Right.
He's my age out there. All right, Deontay Johnson over there as well. He in and out of the lineup. You telling me you couldn't crack that lineup, but you gonna give a 4 for this man?
Yeah.
I just don't see how it pans out unless he comes into Dallas and is just lights it up. Which I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can see that happening.
Broham. I don't understand. That's the thing right now. I don't understand, and it's a challenge, man. So my boy tweeted out here. Jonathan Mingo was not getting many opportunities here despite a recent youth movement. 12 catches on 26 targets for 121 yards. The 2023 second-round pick never scored a touchdown for Carolina. So here's Carolina
never
going, hey, we're going young. We're a bad team. We're going to go young. This guy was not apparently in the plan. So...
And you never hear any like locker room issues. I don't know about that. Like maybe he was a bad locker room guy. I don't know.
Chemistry, none of that. I mean, and it hadn't come out yet.
Yeah,
it hadn't come out yet. I mean, it goes all the way back to the Trey Lance trade from last year. Another fourth. And you saw how that paid off when you faced San Francisco. You actually probably got burned by the 4th rounder that you maybe would have drafted in that situation. Isaac Garindo from Louisville. And that's to your point about how 4th rounders pay off for teams. Again, he's here. You know, we could question the move all we want to. He's a Dallas Cowboy. At the end of the day, the wide receiver room had to be improved. The guys that we had, Brooks and Tolbert, were not getting it done for you. They're not causing any separation. And we bring in a guy that's coming from Carolina that hadn't scored any touchdown, that doesn't have a whole lot of production as well, a lesser-known commodity. And if they're going to play it up that he was a guy that they had identified from the draft, the one that they missed, now they got a chance to spin the block and go and get him. They spend the 4th to go do it. If the next coach comes in here and understands that or has the need to nail it on, you have to try and nail it on every pick. You're not going to have a 4th. Don't worry about it. We already took care of that for you. He's in here. Man. All right. His name is Jonathan Mingo. It's your 4th round pick.
He's got to take off, man. He's got to
right from the door.
Jump.
You gotta have it.
Got to be able.
And that's the unknown. That's he didn't do it in Carolina, but maybe they got different plans for him. I don't know. It's mystifying. It's befuddling.
Flabbergasted.
Dumbfounded.
Yeah, it's because, giving up that capital, that was the one thing that you least thought that the Cowboys would do, would give up that prime capital. You're seeing teams move for 5s and 6s. It's like, man, that's a tough ask.
And a 7. Carolina's got to also send a 7. 7. So.
That's
my man Mingo.
Right there. That's Mingo, man.
My man Mingo.
We here now. Like they say, we here now.
Hey, we can't undo it. We can't stop it. Anybody else? Anybody else?
I don't know, man. Maybe it's a new start, new day for Mingo. Man.
Right now, it absolutely doesn't feel like it. It doesn't feel like it. And that definitely, if you were going to make a move, if you were going to do something, and again, like I throw it back to you on this, the wide receivers that were out there, that they wouldn't have gone back and gotten Amari Cooper. That wouldn't have happened, right? They wouldn't have got
money-wise. That was the thing about Cooper's, the money. Right. He's making a lot of money.
You wouldn't have went and got Devontae. You wouldn't have done it for Devontae, right? No. That wasn't going to happen.
The one that bothered me was the Mike Williams one.
Mike Williams. It was right there.
He's in Pittsburgh
What's
now.
he making?
Oh, I think he's in a 1 year with the Jets, I believe.
But what's the money?
I gotta check that. Let me do that.
With all of these guys, you got to look at what's the money. Now, a guy taken in the 2nd round like Mingo, obviously it wasn't a high cap charge.
Yeah.
But ultimately, I'm just trying to understand, because we spoke about this yesterday. Everything at this point, let's start looking toward 2025. And to give up a 4, that's valuable. When you 1 through 4, especially this organization, which has had, you go back to 2006, you see a lot of good players drafted in the 4th round.
Yeah,
a lot of good players.
Mm-hmm.
And considering your franchise quarterback, the highest paid player in the league, was your 2nd of the 4th round picks. Mm-hmm. Tony Pollard, who you let go, and Tony Pollard had a good game this weekend, been to the Pro Bowl. a fourth-round pick. Mm-hmm. You know the Dallas Cowboys have been able to take fours and do something with them. They gave away last year's 4 in Trey Lance. It was a gamble. Trey Lance has not worked out. Mm-mm. Maybe he shows us something in the next couple of weeks, but right now, I think we all say
hasn't panned out.
That didn't pan out. Mm-hmm. So now you're giving up a 4 for a Jag. He's just a guy at this point in his career.
Yes, he is. That's exactly what he is.
On a team that most people say is the worst in the National Football League. Former GM Michael Lombardi on his show all the time says this is one of the worst constructed talent rosters he's ever seen. Wow. And this is a man who worked with Bill Belichick and won a Super Bowl, worked for the 49ers with Bill Walsh, and worked for Al Davis. He says this Panther team is some of the worst collection of talent ever, and his son worked for the team. So he knows the roster. And you say, here's a 4 for this guy.
And a guy that couldn't crack the roster of one of the worst talented teams in the National Football League.
I don't work here.
Gotta make it make sense.
I don't work here. I just I'm a reporter. I observe. I asked my friends who covered the team, North Carolina, and by all means, what a great job. They can't believe they got a 4 for this guy.
Man. And so the general feeling is the Cowboys ownership got fleeced for this guy, Jonathan Mingo, out of Carolina, that they would have gladly gave Jonathan Mingo away for that 4th-round pick.
If you could get a 4th-round pick for Luke Schoonmaker right now, would you feel good?
100%.
Okay.
What?
100%.
What?
Okay.
What?
So
100%.
Okay. All right. So you see, that's what Carolina doing right now. That's what they need to do right now.
High-fiving each other.
That ain't right.
Yeah. That's that. Hey, that's a good point. Man. That's a good point.
We're going to go to break on that.
Ooh, that's a good point right there.
Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Gamer right here on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeoman's here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/Cowboys to get started.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the Playmaker at getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/Cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Are you the 2024 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year? The Dallas Cowboys and Captain Morgan are celebrating extraordinary, inspiring, and original fans. Nominate yourself or the biggest Cowboys fan you know for a chance to be named the 2024 Fan of the Year and win prizes, including a trip to Super Bowl 59. Visit DallasCowboys.com/Fan of the Year. Go Cowboys!
Back to the Players Lounge.
Gotcha. Stay connected with the Dallas Cowboys on your connected TV. Catch up on all Cowboys content like player interviews, weekly TV shows, podcasts, docuseries like Deep Blue, and much more. Download the Dallas Cowboy app on Amazon Fire, Roku, and Apple TV.
Thank you, Hek'ma Harrison. You are in the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. From Cowboys safety, Barry Church is here. I am Newy Scruggs. So, yeah, I thought that was a pretty interesting
I'll tell you who's happy, though.
Who's happy?
Right now. tell you who's real happy right now.
Oh.
Tolbert, Turpin, all them cats is happy right now. Because you ain't get a guy that can come in here and threaten you for your job. So you looking at it like, I can beat this dude out. I'm still getting my reps. I'm still getting, and at that point, this is the point we are right now in the season. Yeah. Cats is thinking like, man, I gotta make sure I got a job. And this dude, you drafted. Well, he ain't a threat. This man got 12 catches on his career or on a year.
Wild question for you. Do you think Mingo plays Sunday?
Yeah, I do. Especially if CD for some reason can't go, then I for sure see Mingo getting out there. Hey, they gonna throw him a go ball, something where he just gotta go straight down the line, see if you can use your athleticism, see what you got out there. But he's gonna play. Maybe return kicks, something. But he's gonna go out there and play. They ain't gonna give him nothing crazy. Gonna be like, hey, on this play you gotta run a slant. On this play you gotta block this play. But he's gonna go out there and play. I think he got to.
Yeah.
And
if not for nothing, just but the unknown. You really don't know a lot about him, right? You give him a shot. He'll see what he likes. What can he do best? I'm with you. Sample size at the least. I got to get a look at him. Into the frying pan, baby.
Now, what if he go out there and looks
like that
play, the pedestrian are getting clamped up?
Yeah,
man, oh man. And you know that people gonna point out. Look at the all 22. I'm like, they go Mingo.
I mean, he wasn't even getting any of that in Kansas. I mean, in Carolina. So it's not like he didn't have a lot of production anyway. So
they talk about it being a developmental guy. Hek'ma, can you think of the last developmental receiver the Cowboys made into something?
Want you to go back. Developmental.
A guy that was just a raw dude that we brought in and we developed him into a receiver. No.
I can't think of one, man. That had success.
Yeah.
The last guy I can think of developmental is Laurent Robinson.
Yeah. He took off, too. He did it 11 TDs.
Off the top of my head, the last guy I can think about is Laurent Robinson.
Yeah, he took off that year.
Romo era. You played with him. So, I mean, since then, got a name? Refresh my memory?
He got paid down in Jacksonville.
Chris Beam, can you think of one? I mean,
what about the guy that went to Miami? Who was the guy? He was here.
Cedric Wilson?
Yeah, Cedric Wilson.
Okay, Cedric Wilson from Boise State.
Yeah.
You would consider him a developmental guy, though? I thought he was kind of like polished.
When you go 6th, 7th round like he did, I think that's you're trying to develop him and hope that he becomes something.
That's true.
I don't know, but LeBron, I mean, I ain't seen. I mean, he's gonna get plenty of opportunity. Let's go with that for John.
Oh, John.
John from Mississippi.
Just don't go. Just make if he goes out there, just makes one play.
Cedric Wilson, 6th round pick in 2018.
He's gonna be all right if he makes one play. Now if you go out there, clamped up.
Yeah,
Cats gonna be looking like.
I mean, like you said, and I think what you bring up about Jalen Tolbert and Jalen Brooks is kind of a trip because these guys not being pushed is probably the last thing you wanted.
Exactly.
You wanted that room. You wanted those guys to be motivated because they need to be.
And that's one thing that I'd have to say I had noticed. These past couple of years, Cats, it's like they're not afraid to. If I get burnt out here, if I'm not making plays, I'm gonna still have my gig. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But the mentality is a little different because when I was an undrafted guy, I figured, man, if I miss one tackle, oh shit,
you out.
Here we go, man. Right. But they brought guys in each and every year to take my spot. I mean, from the time I started to the time I was gone, each and every year they was like, oh, we got to replace this dude with somebody. I just wasn't having it. So. I don't know, man. I told you these guys are happy though. They're gonna be.
But if you're a guy like Ryan Flournoy that they've talked about and trying to get him, it's curtains.
2024. They tried before that. The last wide receiver they kind of used a second, a third day pick on to try and develop was your man Simi Fehoko.
He out there with the Chargers.
So he's a special teams guy for real though.
Yeah, he bought in.
Yeah.
Simi's there, and man, just going back looking at the draft, man. Devin Street, 2014. There was a developmental guy out of Pittsburgh in the fifth round.
Yeah, I played. He was going else with him here.
Noah Brown, 2017.
But he
Seventh round pick.
Noah Brown.
Ohio State, right?
And I guess
Ohio State.
And that's the only reason why I didn't say Noah, because he's out of Ohio State. He was already like a top 100 ESPN wide receiver.
He wasn't a bad football player
Right.
at Ohio State. He wasn't a bad football player.
No, he was straight.
It's the only reason why I didn't say Noah Brown. But
Okay, so
who else you got?
What would you
That's
say
true.
developmental?
That's
what
true.
I'm-
That's true. That's two guys. So we're talking two guys.
Chris got somebody else. Who else you got, Chris?
Well, no, I'm just going through. I'm doing the same thing that Newy's doing.
Yeah, I'm just looking right here at the draft guy. So I mean, it is so ultimately. It
I
brings.
was thinking about Gallup because he was out of Colorado State, but he was
He's a
all-American.
fourth.
He was like a.
He was a third. He was a third. He was
third
all.
rounder,
He was
so.
all. He was a finalist in the Biletnikoff Award. So this was a good football player. He ran a slow 40 time.
That's what hurt him.
Yeah, when I talked to him about it, he said, man, I ran a slow 40 time. That hurt me. So bottom line is they're taking a shot, and it's a big shot. And big chance. And that's if we're talking a 6th round pick, this is not a conversation.
And it's just wash your hand.
But
it
a 4th
happens.
rounder, knowing what this club has done with 4th rounders in the past and hit on 4th rounders, that they've turned 4th rounders into Pro Bowl players. I don't know right now we would go down and think that none of us expect this gentleman to make the Pro Bowl right now because right now can he get on the field?
That's the thing.
Can he be one of the top 3 receivers?
Would you feel better if they're able to go out and recoup the pick in some way? And
Trick Micah Parsons?
No. Absolutely.
Oh, now we're talking a little bit here.
You said recoup. That's one way.
That is.
Hell no. Any conversation that starts with him, you talking ones.
And that's the point. Ones and four. And
Yeah,
just
no,
for good
you
measure,
bet.
we need us 4.
First
You
and a
don't
4?
need- Yeah, this gonna be on layaway for a minute. We
2
gonna own
ones,
y'all.
2
It's gonna be
and a
one of them
4.
crazy ones like Ricky Williams. Remember the Ricky with the Saints? You gonna pay for this? Oh, this is that Ricky Williams pick. You gonna be saying that for years for a trade from us. Hell no way.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, you're not leaving. If it ain't nailed down, it's for sale. Is that what we going, Newy? Come on, let's have the conversation.
I just don't know what I don't know what doing it. But yeah, I don't know.
I'll tell you what. Last night, I'm sitting there watching. You guys are watching the Chiefs and the Tampa Bay game, and we know Shake and Bake doesn't have any talent.
No
anymore.
receivers out
No
there,
receivers whatsoever. And then at the end of it, like you obviously going up against Patrick Mahomes, everybody's oh my God, everything he does is so great. But Tampa Bay depleted of not a lot of stars. I mean, Vita Vea on defense, but it was something about the way that they competed.
Saw a fight. In the competitive portion of the game, you saw a fight.
And I'm trying to figure out who these guys are. I mean, I know who Vita Vea is. I know who, and I've never, ever, ever said Baker Mayfield was better than Dak Prescott. Ever in my life, I've never said that. Mm-hmm. But his ability to raise everybody up in those moments, to me, especially on that last drive.
He's a gamer.
Like, when you look at it, he had in the first half he had 2 completions to wide receivers, and I believe 2 of them was the Sterling Sharp and Sterling Shepard. It's somebody else. I mean, but you're right. He was out there when he had to scramble. He had to scramble, dumping passes off here and there. Now I'll also say that play calling was elite. Like when you see it was. I mean, they put some guys in some pickles out there,
and that's a new play caller because last year's play caller is a head coach at Carolina. Todd Bowles is a good football coach. Another guy who was down here with Bill Parcells off that Parcells tree. He's a good football coach. I think Todd has gone out of his way to show you the Jets don't know what they're doing because he was there, lost his job. A lot of people. That the Jets are a bad situation, which Todd Bowles' success has shown you that. But that's the second Monday night football game they potentially could have won. That they got on the plane, went home, and just said, "Man, we didn't do our part to finish it." But overall, I understand what you're saying. You're losing people. Todd Bowles had them ready to go. He's still a very good elite play caller on defense. Understands what to do. Yeah. You would like to see that versus what you're seeing here on Sundays right now.
Brian Flores in Minnesota, the hire that they bring in, the team. This is a team I think before the season nobody predicted Minnesota to be
good
at all.
And when the quarterback J.J. McCarthy went down, you thought, okay, Sam Darnold, really? What are you going to do?
Right.
Kevin O'Connell's a good football coach.
Yeah.
But even with that, I mean, personnel-wise, I don't know anybody on their defense. I can't call a name to say, this
they got the two oldest players in the league, I think, start on their defense. Harrison Smith and Gilly.
Gilmore. So
Flores knew Gilly.
Yeah, that's true. Gilly played a little bit too. He played.
Come on, guys. And that's what I have a problem with. That's what I have a problem with when we say, all right, well, this team is depleted. I understand the injuries. We lost all of defensive end room gone, all right? But you just don't feel like it, especially when you look at other teams in the league. I'm just talking about the game that we were watching last night. He doesn't have his wide receivers. The defense is full of guys that you don't even know who the hell they are. But yet there's that competitive part of it, the fight that they display, and we haven't seen that. It's not something that's showing up on film. And when you culture is culture, it's buy-in, it's all of that.
Culture,
discipline,
culture, and climate. The climate is, okay, you're hurt, let's go. My turn, let's do this. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to make my contribution. That climate is there that we're not going to, as Tomlin talks about, the standard is the standard. So the climate is there. And then the culture is, okay, church, you down? Who's back? They got to go. Heck, you're not ready? Heck, be ready, church.
Yeah.
That comes into what you saw yesterday with the Jets. I mean, the Jets with the Buccaneers. And when Todd Bowles was with the Jets, they didn't have that.
Right.
He got that there at Tampa Bay, what Bruce Arians, what they had going on there. And right now, you're questioning what's going on here because they've lost so much depth. And I go back to the whole point about Mike Zimmer. You brought in Mike Zimmer to run a defense, but you didn't have the pieces that Mike Zimmer was successful in running his defense with. That's hard. That's hard.
Newy, but you've been around coaches long enough to know that Mike knew that when he took the job. He knew that he didn't have the guys when he walked in the door.
I'll have an off-the-air conversation.
Okay, we got to have it.
I know what you're saying, but I'll have an off-the-air conversation.
He's not shocked right now that with the output. I mean, you see him standing at the podium and he's talking. They're asking him a question about the guy saying, We're just taking us a while to understand the scheme. That's why I come in here and ask you: is there something different about cover two? A man that we don't know and hadn't seen before? It's the same coverage. The front end you could play it one way. Back end is just coverage, my man.
Yeah, and that's true. I mean, to me, what's happening defensively is you lost a lot of time. I get all that, but when your star players that are supposed to step up in those situations aren't playing to the level that this defense needs them to play, I mean, it's all going to go downhill from there.
Is there anything about a defensive scheme, Barry, please, I'm not being anything about a defensive scheme, whether it's a 3-4 or 4-3, that would make your one technique like not responsible for his gap? That anything that would say I can't if I don't secure this area to this area, then I'm going to leave a gigantic hole behind me if I get pushed out in the wash.
Yeah.
Because that's happening over and over again. And I can take that from Trayvon, but the guys up front, it has to be crystal clear. If I'm not asking you to be a two-gap scheme guy, to hold up two guys, or at least not get reached, what about the scheme is so difficult that you don't understand that I can't get pushed out this way?
You would think that these guys will be prepared to understand that and be able to go out there and execute. But as we see time and time, week and week, these guys aren't executing their responsibilities.
Is there anything about the responsibility at defensive end, if you're in a 3-4 defense that says, all right, I have to capture the edge this way versus being in a 4-3? I mean,
ain't nothing, man. The edge is the edge.
The edge is the edge, right? Okay.
The edge is the edge. If your responsibility is making sure people don't go on the outside, you got to be able to do that. And we just haven't seen it.
Okay. All right.
Let's take a break here. A very interesting Players Lounge day as the trade deadline has come and the Cowboys have
Trey Lance?
Yes. Trey Lance is still here. He may be playing, but we'll talk about that.
That's going to be a tough sell.
Brian Schottenheimer, the offensive coordinator, was asked about Trey Lance yesterday. I'll give you the information that I got when I was there at the press conference. Hek'ma Harris and Barry Church on Newy Scruggs Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com.
Hey, Danny McCray here for Smoothie King. You know every great workout deserves a great reward. So treat yourself right with new coconut smoothie bowls. Made with real fruit, crunchy, purely Elizabeth granola, creamy coconut, and topped with the chocolate hazelnut or honey drizzle. With 2 new flavors, it's perfect for you and the workout buddy. So you both can stay on track even after you leave the track. Scoop up new coconut smoothie bowls only at Smoothie King, the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman of Meat Church here. With football season kicking off, I'm already gearing up to bring the smoker back to AT&T Stadium for some epic tailgates. But with that Texas heat, it's crucial to keep my beer hand cramping cold. That's where Yeti's insulated Colster can cooler comes in clutch. This year, you can even get them with the iconic star engraved on the side. Licensed Yeti Cowboys gear is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concessions, and on Yeti.com. Check it out today. Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
To kick off the 2024 NFL season, Boss teamed up with the Cowboys and Micah Parsons to launch an iconic apparel collection. The Boss Cowboys collection unites football and fashion while reflecting what it truly means to be a boss. Arriving just in time for the start of the season, the distinctive attire from the latest Boss Cowboys expansion offers sports aficionados and true bosses the chance to show their team spirit and style. Get yours today at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, HugoBoss.com, and Boss retail stores. # be your own boss.
Raising Cane's presents the other rules of football. Rule 1, any broadcast without the express edition of cook-to-order Cane's chicken fingers is prohibited. Rule 12, no crinkle-cut fries, Texas toast, or craveable Cane's sauce constitutes an illegal formation. And Rule 31, anybody who loves to feed their game face is an eligible receiver of Cane's. When it comes to winning game day, Cane's rules. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. Go Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
The most electrifying event of the holiday season is here. Cowboys Christmas Extravaganza, powered by Reliant, is back at the Star in Frisco. Join us every Friday and Saturday night from November 22nd through December 21st for the spectacular holiday show with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, Rhythm and Blue, Rowdy, Santa Claus, and surprise tree lighting appearances from your favorite Dallas Cowboy heroes. Best of all, the show is free. For details, visit thestardistrict.com. Don't miss out on the holiday magic.
All right. Thank you, Hek'ma Harrison. As I was driving in, I saw where they were getting ready to build the Christmas tree over there with the Tostitos Plaza and get ready for that experience. My kid already said, hey, I want to go see that again. So they do a very good show, and it's free. I just tell people, get here early. Get here parking for it.
Hey, when y'all putting your trees up?
Ooh, it's probably, for me, I'm an after Thanksgiving guy.
I got Christmas lights up.
My Christmas lights are getting put up today.
My man.
You got yours up already?
No, I don't. But I'm just saying, he's smart though. That's what I'm saying. If you got your lights up, hey, by the time Christmas is over with, New Year's is over with, you got to take them. Everybody tired of them. Yeah. The earlier you start, the better.
That's the better.
Hey,
I put up today.
I put my tree up November 1st.
You and Jerry, you got it roll.
Hey, had it up.
Light it up.
Hey, by January 1st, that thing had to go. Everybody was tired of the Christmas tree.
This thing out the living room.
Live tree or a fake tree?
So I have two. I got the Isaiah Standback tree. He got
two tree guy.
The tree. No, Standback lost a bet, so I had to put a tree up, and he got me an oversized tree, so it was stupid big.
Yeah, I'm a fake tree.
You're a fake tree guy.
Yeah, I can't do the pine cone. I can't do all that cleaning up. Nah, I'm a fake tree guy.
You not cleaning it.
Why you gotta call me out like that? I'm gonna put a sweep to it. I'm gonna put a little sweep to it. Be a dustpan. I'm gonna stop it.
Man, y'all got one of those things that go around the house, probably, right?
Robo joint. Yeah.
I mean, the person who come in, the person who comes in to clean the house.
Yeah,
the robo joint does a good man. Yeah. Does a good job.
Barry's not cleaning his house. Barry's not cutting no grass.
I definitely not cutting no grass.
Okay, Barry's not trimming trees.
I'm not talking about you no more.
See, yeah.
I'm not talking about you no more. I will leave that alone.
When you sign the shod cod bag, there's certain things in life you telling yourself, I'm not doing anymore.
I ain't doing it, man. Shout out to Shad Khan, baby.
These are dreams are made of.
Yeah, I'm telling you, free agent.
I remember
Shad Khan help you out.
Man, growing up, I'm like, man, one day I'm gonna make enough money. I'm not gonna buy a lawnmower. I'm just going to call, I'll write a check. That was one of my dreams, because I signed it. So like, my dad didn't care about it. Cut that grass. Come in here and those off. Nobody cared.
Nobody cared.
Nobody cared. There's some Advil, whatever. Benadryl, take it.
Get you a Claritin in there. Man.
So Barry Church is not doing that, and ain't nothing wrong with that, baby. Those are life goals there, man.
That's true.
Hey,
ain't cutting it.
You cut that check.
Hey, there you go.
You send that Zelle.
Yeah, there it is. What you say? What was the month?
You and Trevor Lawrence ain't never cutting your grass again.
Oh, you better believe that.
Oh, you Trevor. Yeah. Man.
Lake Bortles either.
The boat, man. He probably somewhere right now chilling.
My man Shad done made you guys should all send Shad Christmas cards.
Jeremy Parnell, Laurent Robinson. Shout out to Shad guys.
Whatever Shad celebrate during the holiday, you all need to send him a card. It's
from
thanks,
all of us.
Man. Right.
Yeah, Shad celebrating Kwanzaa. All them brothers he paid.
Man, I'm telling you,
he paid dollars.
Everybody should send a season greetings to Shad card.
Emotion.
Urban Meyer, all these people on fire, all through everybody. Hey, thanks, Shad. Thanks for the
Appreciate
bag.
you, Shad.
Thanks for that bag, big guy. Sorry we didn't win enough, but hey, thank you.
Here you go, Shad. Back to the AFC chat. We only give up a little bit, but Yeah,
that's all right. That's all right, man.
A lot of cats got paid, though.
A lot of people been paid during the years of Shad, boy. I mean, how many checks does he pay for people that don't work there anymore? It's pretty interesting to me, man.
How much
dead salary cap money man Shad and paid out through the years? Has anybody done more than him, man?
I don't think so.
The GMs.
He gonna write a check. Yeah. Some cats won't. He will.
I give him that, man.
He's trying.
It's not happening, but the man is trying.
Shad Khan's claim to fame is amazing. Talk about rags to riches.
Oh, man.
That dude right there is... Yeah, he passed that bag out, but he got the bag.
We went and took it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shad went out there and took it, man. Did you meet him much?
He used to do the little Christmas party on this big old boat out there, and it was pretty dope, man. Pretty cool dude. And his sons, too, they all cool.
How would you compare him to Jerry?
Very similar when you talk about the relationships with their players. Like, to me, whenever you saw Jerry, he would come down to the locker room, nicest guy. We talked to everybody from Tony Romo all the way down to me coming in as undrafted. Like he knew everybody's name. He wasn't like he was like, oh yeah, great to meet you, son. I'll talk to you later. Nah, hey, church, what's going on? The same thing with Shad Khan, man. He knew everybody from the top all the way to the bottom. So those are really good play, like ownership, man. Some good cats, man. Because some owners, you go out there, you be like, man, who's that guy? Number 25. Come here real quick. Not here or in Jacksonville, man. So yeah, they're good people, man. Good people.
Maybe one day they can reward that man with a little something. So
he might get, he might. You never know. His soccer team does pretty well, I believe.
Is it Crystal Palace? What's his
something? I forget what the team was, but I think they do pretty decent.
Everton, somebody like that. He's got one of those Premier League.
Yeah, he
teams.
does.
That's big money right there. See, I wonder which one's worth more. The EPL team, the English Premier League team.
Gotta be.
Yeah. Come on now.
Yeah.
The Premier League for sure.
For sure. Especially because Jacksonville is small. How small of a market it is. I gotta have a soccer over there. EPL's huge.
He owns Fulham.
Oh, yeah. That's more than Jacksonville. Yeah. That's why he writing up check.
I don't know enough about them. I know, I know Man U, Man City, Chelsea.
I went to a game
Liverpool.
over there.
You what?
I went to a game when I was overseas one time. It was Barcelona versus, I think you pronounce them Cafete.
Chris?
And it's unreal. The atmosphere is unreal. They're all singing along. I didn't know what they was, but I was rocking with them back and forth. Yeah, man.
Let's a swag surf.
Man, it was nuts, man. It was nuts, man. The atmosphere over there is crazy.
It's just like college football, but better. In their own way, the way they go about it. Except
it's crazy.
With singing.
It's like Texas A&M all the time.
Except they're winning.
Yeah, that's it's lit, though. It's lit. You gotta get over there, man. You got a soccer game. It's unreal. It's a match. My bad, soccer match.
I tried to go in Portugal, but they'd finished like 2 weeks earlier. By the time I got there, the season had ended. But I was trying to catch a game over in Portugal and Spain when I went. It just ended. It was Madrid. It was in Madrid. In fact, we were in Madrid, and the season ended like 2 weeks before we got over there.
Beautiful city, man. Madrid, beautiful.
Wish I could have got it. Just don't eat the beef. Don't eat the beef. They don't cook it, man. They don't cook it.
Madrid's beautiful. Yeah, I ain't messing with it. It was hot. Danny was over there, matter of fact. It was a pretty cool time.
Really?
I think the Jaguars are worth more, by the way, if anybody's questioning it.
Yeah, absolutely. Because that's not one of the, when you talk about those EPL teams, like that's not one of the,
Oh, that's surprising.
We need the numbers, Chris.
That's surprising.
Well,
man.
Sportico last year valued the number one Premier League team was Manchester United at $5.9 billion. Fulham was at $260 million.
Really?
That's what it says. I mean, I'm just reporting the facts here.
That's surprising.
Yeah. So it's not a. It's a.
That was January of last year, so I don't know how much it would go up in a year. But
God damn, Cowboys worth $10 billion.
Are they still in the? Are they still the Premier League level? Because you can.
You can get demoted. Yeah, you can get demoted
they
quick.
Send you down there. You know.
You ain't good enough.
They can send you down to the Sun Belt Conference real quick over there.
Not the whack.
SEC today. Sun Belt tomorrow.
They are still in the Premier League.
Okay, all right. They still.
I believe the bottom four gets relegated. They call it.
Yes.
Relegated.
Yep. Hey. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate you.
Imagine that in the NFL.
No.
Really don't. Really don't.
Go there to the XFL. Go ahead. Go down.
Really don't, boy. It'll be some rough
Panthers
times.
get put down. Bring another team up.
I mean, it's some rough times, man. It's like, yeah.
That would be it, man. Yo.
I mean, not on the run the Cowboys have been on the past few 30 years. You know,
Relegated.
that wouldn't be good. Wouldn't be good. Okay, so Jonathan Mingo. Yeah. We'll know tomorrow a little bit more about what to expect.
Maybe some Trey Lance packages.
Oh, by the way, Schoonmaker. I asked Schottenheimer about it. He said he's got to play more. So he's got to play more, and he's just got to get more confidence. As far as Trey Lance, just said they're looking for him to take advantage of the opportunity. McCarthy's like, hey, he's just got to play. He's got to play. And Jerry spoke about, Cooper Rush and Trey Lance. And I just believe that if the season continues to go the way it is, you're going to see Trey Lance because you need to see something from Trey Lance. You have to do the due diligence to try to figure out what you're going to have going forward in 2025. What does he have? I think with Cooper Rush, we know what Cooper Rush is.
What if Cooper goes out there and gets you, next 4 games, gets you 2 victories?
He's not a magician, sir. He's a quarterback.
You would take him out after that?
Okay.
That's a tough sell. Man.
Philadelphia, Houston, Washington, and the Giants. Right now,
he can get Houston. They ain't got no receiver. He could get Houston. He could get Houston. They have no weapons offensive.
And then after that, you got
Commanders.
Giants?
At the Commanders.
At the Commanders, okay.
Then you got the Giants on Thanksgiving.
So
L
2-2. win. You take him out after that? That'd be a tough sell, man.
Okay, so you want to wait till the December run?
I'd have to. For us out here, yeah, you want to see what Trey Lance got for the future, but those guys in the locker room, you go tell them, hey, Trey, it's Trey's turn.
Right.
Them cats gonna be like, oh, so it's done for, huh? We just throw it in. Cap, that'd be a tough sell. That'd be a tough sell.
All right, gentlemen, let's do it tomorrow.
Let's do it tomorrow.
Hek'ma Harrison, Barry Church, and Newy Scruggs for Chris Beam, Jazz, Josh, and everybody here. Get out and vote. And if you already voted, way to go. Later.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!